Right, guys, ladies and gentlemen. So Tuesday, 15th of July, we just, as always, going with the TMX updates and the webinars, and we just basically just came from the Zoom of the TMX cards. Yeah, guys, TMX banking system. Yeah, not just card, but like guys already like explained to me that it's whole banking system. Yeah, which is gonna be, and of course that's gonna be really cool because it's already in the process, guys. We already paid for that, so it's which we just not like talking about this. It's already in the process. Yeah, so like Brian, we're gonna go over today about that. Yeah, so you're gonna check some insights, and I think that's always great to check about the updates about the TMX, TG, and of course the banking system. Yeah, Brian, so we can just start for that.
Make sure I'm not muted. What's up, everybody? I mean, this looks like some of our core people on here. So I don't think there's not a single brand new person. So good deal. All right. So the updates we got right now is Jake is working with like Surtech, helping more of the smart contracts get audited. That's what he's dealing with now. He's working with the top tier exchange on what they need for them to list our token, which is crazy, these centralized exchanges. And then obviously we're waiting on Ethereum. Ethereum looks really good if we dive into the, won't do too much chart stuff, but like, if you just look over here, Bitcoin's down 2.18% and Ethereum's up 1.19. So that's really good. You're starting to see money flow into Ethereum just by seeing that, just the percentages. Some of these altcoins are green, while Bitcoin is red. So that's cool, right? And Bitcoin it's consolidating down here. It's looking good. It breaks this yellow line's a 200-day moving average. Normally when it breaks that, it stays above it for a while. It just breaks it and then goes up and up and up and up. So that's cool. The market's looking good, Ethereum's looking good. Everything on this end is looking good. So, waiting on Ethereum, uh, getting those smart contracts audited, and then obviously working on getting that other listing as well, along with we already have the week's exchange. So kind of diving in, I mean, obviously you guys all seen this. We're at 334. You scroll down any time on this page, it shows you the time left. I don't know if he's going to, this kind of like a toss up for us every time when he extends it. He's just like, hey, extended it. We're like, okay, so let's just roll with it. So I know there's a lot of people that are talking to people that are looking to put big money in still. So I'm like, hurry up because we don't have much time. So that is really cool. That can happen. Besides that, we still have our store. I see people are purchasing some stuff here and there. I have a lot of gear right now. I got my Trade Tribe shirt on, original, the OGs, so besides that, what I was showing today was kind of cool to, one of my buddies and how the banking system works. So I got on Mexi, just do a little trade. I did this trade right here, made 174 bucks on this trade. Well, what I can do is I just take this and I just swap it over from futures to spot and then I withdraw it. Instead of doing all that right now and taking 6, 7 minutes to do that, what I do is I withdraw it to the banking portal. I clicked on crypto and we'll have the Arbitrum USDT on here when we go and we launch this whole system. That's one thing they said they would do. And they said they would add more deposit crypto on here as well. But I just scanned this one and it's Matic Polygon, Matic Polygon network right here. And I would send the crypto right to it. When I did that, it showed up right here. I just clicked sync, it showed right up. Then I clicked on card and I just clicked load the virtual card. My physical card is being shipped, and this is what we'll have with TMX Global. That's what we're going to call this banking system. So, we are fortunate enough to take over, a lot with this. This is cool. I don't know what I'm at liberty to say at this point, but they have a nice little affiliate side too. So this is something we're trying to get done fast, so that way we can help people start even making money on this end. So we will have leaderboards on who sells what packages. And with these packages, we'll probably do giveaways on who's the top ones on the leaderboard, right? But in this, if you went and enrolled somebody and they bought one of these one of these packages, let's go to the packages really quick. Right here, here's like the packages. These are subject to change or maybe leaving the same. So if you sell somebody a $200 banking solution package, not just a card, this is not a card platform. This is a banking solution, so this is kind of a really cool deal on how this works. I'll kind of like what I say about this when someone asks what it is. I'm like, look, this is not just a card. This is a whole different concept. Like this is setting someone up to have a banking solution, payment solution, crypto solution, card solution, OTC, which means moving large amounts of money to crypto or large amounts of crypto to money. And then, from that point, it just kind of solves every single problem that we've ever had in banking where you actually have full control of your money. You can move any of it anytime you want online, not have to go into your bank to do a wire or ask them for your money. You can do whatever you want with it. The cards will have a daily load of 50,000 on this one, but no limit on spending it. So like we can change these too. It's kind of like up to you, but per transaction on this one is 50,000 a swipe, but no limit. Just 50,000 a swipe. I hope that's okay. The other ones come with 500 or 1,000, and these are subject to change. I believe we're going to try to keep these the same, but this is what we have right now, and this is what we're kind of looking at. So with these, they're almost identical. The only difference is any of them from 500 up, you will get extra. How do I say this? You will get a like cashback option if you do a certain amount of swipes and a certain amount of transactions inside of the system. So like inside of the banking system over here, where like I load a card. The cool thing about this, guys, no matter how much I load on my card, it's $2.50. This isn't going to be major 6%, 7%. As right now, it's $2.50. These fees are subject to change, but we are going to keep it so low that we have no remotely nobody can compare to what we have. If you want to move crypto over, swap it onto a card, you're going to pay such a low fee compared to what we've seen out there where it's like, I mean, I've seen 12%. I'm like, why would anybody use that? But hey, it is what it is. So when I've done this, I take these cards, you can see on my cards, I go out and I spend them. You know what I mean? Like spend them, no problem. Do whatever I want. Load the card, complete, used it here for experience credit report. You know what I mean? Places to eat, places to gas stations, anywhere and everywhere you want to spend it, anywhere MasterCard is accepted. So this is going to be an absolute game changer. We will have a straight up banking portal. So in this banking portal side here, I don't know, it's kind of frozen on me right this second. Give a second here. But this banking portal, this is cool. So like this fiat account right here, if you are in Europe, you'll just choose euros and you got a euro, you have a bank account in Europe. Then it picks one of the top tier banks in that region. These we are partnered up with over 15 top tier banks in the world. And then, Great British Pound, and there'll be more added on here as well as time goes on. There's a lot of updates and stuff changing here. So one cool thing is you have a deposit. You can literally wire money here and then move it over to any of these coins right now. These will probably get more added here as well. And then move this to your trust wallet or move large amounts over to here and put it in your bank account here. And you can attach anything you want to this bank account, pay all your bills with this bank account. You don't even have to move it from this bank account to like your Bank America or HSBC or whatever, or Bank of Montreal. You don't have to do any of that. You can leave it here and pay. And none of this reports to the governments at all. So there will be a little light KYC to get the card, a little bit more of a KYC for the banking portal, but they don't submit anything to any governments, right? And the fees are very, very, very low on doing this, like super duper low. So with that part, like we're so excited about this because this brings a whole new avenue for our community. Because not only, when someone goes and buys one of these packages, If you sign them up direct, that's 30%. You make 30% from that sale. It's just a fast start. So you would make $300. And when you make that $300, it goes immediately right here to your account balance at the top right. You click withdrawal to bank. When you do that, it shows up in your e-wallet. And then when it's in your e-wallet, you can you can withdraw it to crypto, you can withdraw it to your card, you can withdraw it to your bank, you can withdraw it and send it to Tim or me or your friend or whoever else has an account if you want to do an e-wallet to e-wallet. Super cheap, between $1 and $2 to send e-wallets back to each other on any amount. So just thought that was really cool. But and then if somebody on your level two does this, you will make 10%. So that's $100. And if someone buys $1,000 pack on your third level, that's 5%. So instantly there's three levels. A lot of people are excited about that. We have a phenomenal support coming with this. And obviously all these names are going to be different. It's all going to be different. I'm just kind of giving you guys a sneak peek because, you guys are our team and you guys are kind of keeping you on the major up to date on what we're doing. So, all in all, right now, like everything is looking fantastic. We are growing so much. We got so much in the pool. Couldn't be happier for the amount that we have in here. Don't forget, you can still earn referrals by referring people. You got a link. You know how that works. We got that video. Send out that video. We got 4 days left. Make sure everybody sees that video. I have a meeting here in 2 hours with the lady that watched that video. That video, if you don't know, go into the chat or just ask, or I'll send it directly to you. But that video does a lot of the selling part for you, or like information on what TMX is, plus the TGE period. We have a great video guy that's going to make more videos like that for when the exchange launches and explains like how the three levels work inside of the exchange for trading volume. And then we have a guy that's doing the same guy doing the videos for the banking solution as well. So all in all, things are looking really good. We're working at this every day. We've been on Zooms, going through paperwork, figuring out everything because now we really have our own banking solution. This isn't just a card, it's a banking solution. A card is part of it, and that's what we all want. So, the best part about it is zero limits, no um, government reporting, nothing like that. And you can use it, and the fees are just super cheap. Like Dave uses a card that's between, what was it, Dave, 4 to 7%, depending how fast you want your money.
Well, it used to be 6%. They just recently lowered it down to 4%, and it's a lot of money. It's high fees.
Yeah, it's high fees because they don't have a whole banking solution. We don't have to charge high fees because we have everything else inside of the whole solution that there will be little fees throughout everything. Like we've all seen when you transfer crypto around or move it or put it into your e-wallet, move it from your e-wallet to crypto, send it out. It'll all be small, but we have a whole solution. So it's not like we're going to try to get knocked by giant fees because when we first were listening to Jake and talking to Jake about different card sources, man, these fees were high. And I was like, I don't even know if I would do that. I'd figure out a different way just to not do that, which would be a pain, but I didn't want to pay high fees. When we saw this whole banking solution, it literally is going to change the game. And the one thing that I can't wait till it's all here, because I mean, you guys probably understand this, but think about it. We can provide people with a banking solution and a card for cryptocurrency if they're in TMX or not. They're going to go and do something else. This has nothing to do with what they're currently doing. We're just providing them with a solution that they've never really had before. I've never seen where you can literally send $1 billion in USD and convert it into crypto and move it out seamlessly. But this banking solution has that with the largest liquidity providers in the world attached to it. So like we're kind of stand alone in that point. Well, here's another cool part about it. Well, now if you talk to somebody about it and they'll be like, well, what else do you do? Well, I take that from our TMX Global, what I have, like my banking solution, I added money, I turned it into crypto, and I moved it to the TMX decentralized exchange because I'm in control of my funds. I'm in control of my crypto, I'm in control of my banking solution, banking system. I stake it, you can just stake USDT as a liquidity provider and make 50% of the fees from the traders using that exchange. Every 24 hours, you'll go in and you'll claim the amount that you've been rewarded from those 24 hours worth of fees, and you'll hit OK, and it'll go back to your Trust wallet. And then you can take that USDT, move it right over to the banking solution account, and then load your card and use it. So now you have a seamless way to put money in any amount, convert it to crypto, move it anywhere else they want to move it, or they can take it and move it to TMX exchange, stake it, add liquidity or buy TMX tokens, stake those, whichever way, take those profits, move them back over there, spend them. Everything is completely decentralized. There's no reporting to the government anywhere. But yes, you will have to do a little light KYC to be able to partner with these top tier banks and the MasterCard. You have to do it. I heard where, oh, no, you don't have to do it. Well, then you shouldn't do it. If there's somebody telling you shouldn't have to do that to get a Visa card or something like that, they don't really have Visa's thumbs up because Visa will not do that, and neither will MasterCard. You have to at least tell them, like, Brian Rhodes is Brian Rhodes, and this is a picture of me, or it's not going to work. So that's just how that works. And I've learned that from the guys that actually run the banking solution behind this, which is really cool. I was like, I didn't know that. The only other way around it was like constant prepaid cards that you'd have to dispose of every single time. And that does not sound fun. So if you can think about it, you got the idea of where you can send crypto in, put it on a card, use it, send crypto in, move it to whatever program you want to, send crypto in, move it to TMX exchange, make that passive income from actual traders. Now you have a three-level banking system solution that you can refer people to. You have a three-level decentralized exchange that you can refer people to use as well and make some extra funds that way. And you have a seamless way to make extra money. I wouldn't say in the exchange, it's kind of like passive. In the banking solution, it's not passive income there. You have to build it to get referrals. And then obviously, if you use it, the 20 swipes and 5 transactions, you will make some cash back, which is cool. So there'll be different packages from 10% cash back of the entire community to 40% cash back, depending on which package that you choose, not card, which package you choose. And they'll be different on the upper packages. There'll be different things that we're working on with them to get, travel, lounges, different things added onto those cards as well. So it's hard to really sleep at night. It's hard to like think about anything else. We're always talking about it because it's like we finally feel like we've cracked the code, because I'm tired of things out there that aren't real. But when we're working with literally certified top tier banks and we're working inside of an exchange that's completely ran on smart contracts, that's audited by the number one biggest blockchain audit company in the world, it's like we finally found the right stuff to be a part of and not go chasing other things out there just because they're shiny. We will have a seamless system that will work so smooth and so easy. It almost sounds complicated, but once you start doing it, you'll be able to be like, this is really simple. I can control all my money. I have this cool card here. It'll say TMX Global on it. Different color depending on which package you purchase. And then they'll say, well, how did you get the money to put on there? Oh, glad you asked. We're all, a part of an exchange called TMX Exchange. It's one of the nicest, smoothest, biggest decentralized exchanges on, the Ethereum network. You can say that instead of Arbitrum because the people get confused when you say that, but, inside of an Ethereum network that works inside of your wallet that you hold your crypto to, not exchange that you hold your crypto to, like Coinbase and all that. But and we'll be talking about this to teach people that, but it's going to be really cool. This will be for us to be able to control our banking anywhere in the world. So if my buddy Aiden comes to the Dominican Republic, he can control all his banking funds here. He can then take all those profits he makes from TMX Exchange, be anywhere in the world. He can move to Hong Kong and do whatever. He just moves it over online, right to the card, and lives over there and spends on everything too. So it's pretty cool. Will the banking have an app or will it specifically be a website? I don't know. I've not asked that question. I like the website because to me, an app and a website literally it's like the same thing for me. I don't know. You can literally make a website an app if you want, where you just click on the little app. But I don't know. That's something to ask later. Is the actual banking solutions site we will be using, or we will be using this site as this is an example. Ours will say different things on it. We've just I'm just showing you theirs right now, but we're taking exactly what they have and moving it to ours, if that makes sense, and doing it that way. So yeah, we'll have it all for us. It'll TMX global all the way. So uh pretty excited about that. I know Jake should have some more updates tomorrow. And don't forget people that, I mean, Telegram is still a mess, right? These are all bots. I believe these are all bots. So even talking to them basically makes no sense talking to them. But this is what these top exchanges want to see is just all this chatter, which is crazy because it's almost like none of us are even talking in there anymore because it's just annoying. But so don't miss the Zooms on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 1 o'clock, same link every day, same time. I know the chat is annoying, but so the chat is annoying. So just take that, maybe just that Zoom link and paste it somewhere in your notes so you don't have to go searching for it. But that's the Zoom link. And then Mondays and Wednesdays, I mean, Jake's giving away zero point 0.1 Ethereum to two people. Zero point 0.1 Ethereum right now, just looking at Ethereum, I mean, what is that? Zero point 0.1 it'd be 300 and what, $5? Something like that. That's awesome. I remember when we were doing it and it was only a little over 200 and something dollars. So, I mean, I've never seen anything where where someone's giving that much money away to be on Zoom. So, if you refer someone, send them that little short minute, that 14-minute video and say, if you're not doing anything on Wednesday, tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, jump on. You'll actually have a chance to win $300 of Ethereum that you can actually put into this program. Just someone that maybe I mean, there's a lot of people out there that need money that I've invited to be on here and they still won't get on there. So you wonder why they're in that same situation. There's people on here that have added more money than you can ever think of, and they're on every Zoom and they're here and they've won. So, I mean, like you can throw it out there, but that 1 minute 14 video, 1 minute 14-second video. Hey, take a look at this. I want to invite you to a Zoom tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Also, they're doing a giveaway. Our core team that's behind this is on there. You can ask them any questions, and I'll see you tomorrow. Here's the Zoom information. And they ask you a question, just say, that's a great question. Let's see if we can get that answered for you tomorrow. Don't try to be Jake. Don't try to be me or Tim or David or anybody. Just say, that's a great question. Let me save that. Or even if you're my friend or David's friend or Tim's friend, just say, well, I'll put you in a group message with my buddy Brian. And I mean, don't even ask their permission. Just say, hey, I'm putting you in a group message with my buddy Brian because that's a really good question. I want to make sure that I get that answered correctly so we both learn. I'm learning, but I love how that works. Can you repost the link to the short video in the update tab? Yeah, absolutely. I'll put it in there. So that's the way I would do it. Send that little video out, because honestly, this could get extended a little longer. You never know, because I mean, Ethereum, I've been on so many different YouTubers that do market analysis, and they're like, Ethereum is ready to pop. And it could literally jump up to 4 to 5 to 8, all the way up to 10,000 pretty quick. If it makes it past, I think it was like the 32 and holds, it could really jump. So, not saying we're waiting all that time. Honestly, I think the major thing is just waiting on those audits and then waiting on the top tier. And while we're waiting, we might as well just watch Ethereum. And if everything just kind of aligns right, then we're good. It's in the Telegram, but here, let's see. Let's go in here. I'll show you. I'll show you guys. So inside a Telegram, I put it right here. I'm gonna go ahead and forward this over to the I'll do marketing tools. right here, and if anything, I'll write up a little bit what to say, and I won't do it right now because I can't talk and do that at the same time, but it's right there. But really, just your verbiage should just be something simple like, hey, if you could take a look at this, I think you would like this. I don't know if you're in crypto or not, but we have a Zoom on Wednesday that will explain this entirely on how this works, and you can ask any questions you want. Also, they're doing a big giveaway to $300 to two different people. They give away $600. You can say zero point 0.2 Ethereum, but they'll probably think that's nothing if they're not into crypto. So say $600, or 300 a person. You say 300 a person, that sounds a lot better than zero point 0.1 Ethereum, right? You think of zero point 0.1 Ethereum, you're like, I don't even know if it's worth getting on this thing. You know what I mean? But $300, did you send this today? I don't know what you're talking about, Frida. I just sent it while you were watching me. If you were watching that.
Yeah, Frida, you just need to go to our chat and right there you can find it. The video is right over there. It's right here. You can see on the marketing tools. So there's the video.
There's a video right here. So there it is. I can tag you, Frida, if you want. There you go. Now you're there, you got to find it. So that's right above your name. So that's it. Use that tool to help invite people and then talk about the $300 giveaway. And you got to stay to the end. But don't try to explain what TMX exchange is. Don't even talk about the banking solution. That's just for us on here. Just show that video, invite on Wednesday. But yeah, like this is kind of what I've always kind of dreamed of as well. Like when Jake talked about the exchange, I was like, is it really possible for people like us to own an exchange or be a part or be like not necessarily owners because it's on a smart contract. We're just the first in there. So like really it's almost like there's not an owner, when it launches. And it's like, yeah, it is. He's so well connected. And then now we have a banking solution. I see people are like, wow, you should invest in real estate. And I'm like, get stuck remodeling, dealing with all these different things. You can't even leave your own town. I got friends stuck in Missouri and stuck in Minnesota because they own real estate there. Nothing wrong with owning real estate, but I want to be a nomad for life and earn completely digitally. This is the best opportunity, the whole solution I've ever seen to where you can control all your money. And even if you have real bills somewhere. You can have those bills taken out from your bank account in the back office of TMX Global from that account. So if you move your money in, you move it to that global, the banking portal part into your fiat, your euros or whatever. You can attach your bills there. You can do everything from this. There's nothing you can't do. So I can't wait to have this completely rolled out and people see this because this will be an all tool basically. We're going to get a funnel page that will have all the information about TMX Global that we'll be able to give not just for us, for you guys to enroll in, but it'll have, put your name and email and who referred you. So if you share that and I mean, I share it to, let's say Brad, and he sends it to Brian, and Brian goes in there and he puts on, his like who invited him. Brad invited me. It'll be coded, you're not coded, but basically like before anything happens, those people will go to Brad, if you know what I mean. So everything is going to be done. We'll have resource tools. We'll have a bunch of videos between 25 seconds and a minute and a half that we can share all over. So we're going to have all the different types of social media marketing for reels, stories, Facebook, all those different things. So came a little late. Imagine you checked the security of the R. I don't know what you're saying, but we'll get into maybe the security of the banking system. I don't really know. So yeah, just watch the replay, Scott, maybe go over it. And once this gets launched and live, we'll bring on even, the core president of the company and everything. So to kind of talk and answer questions too on the banking solution. So yeah, I'm really excited all the time. So I hope that answered everybody's questions. But right now, updates from Jake's side, waiting on audits, working with top tier one exchange. We're all rah rah on Ethereum. Come on, pump, baby. And like I said at the beginning, Ethereum is pumping. It's up almost 2%, while Bitcoin is down 2%. So that's really good. There's money flowing out of Bitcoin and going in. The security on the card, yeah, there's major security on this card. This is no joke. Probably the best security in the world you've ever seen on a banking solution, with the cards, with the whole solution. Yes, top tier, military grade, all the above. I mean, there's white papers out the yin yang for that we're working on the policies and procedures, the terms and conditions, all those different things that we're working with. This is not Child's Play. This is not a pre-loaded just card company. There's no staking. There's no buying coins to do this. There's no nodes involved. There's no 25 levels of bull crap. This is just a straight up banking solution. We are adding 3 levels of referrals and then the ability for you to get cash back by using the card a certain amount of times per month in transactions. That's basically it, but it gives you some major advantages. Yeah, I know, right? Like once we roll this out and you kind of see it and you watch the videos, you guys are gonna be like, dude, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. So because every problem is, and most of the people on here is, how do we get crypto? How do I buy $5,000 worth? Well, there's a guy on here, Dennis. I had him wire me $5,000 to my banking solution in the back office. You know what? I'll show you it right now. Let's go to it. So let's go. Let's go. I'll show you exactly what happened. Let me find it. Sorry, I got so much stuff going on here. So we go into the banking portal. We go in here, we hit transactions. He sent $5,100. There was a fee of a $50 wire fee. The ACH is only like $5. So next time we will send an ACH over a wire. Obviously, wires are a little faster than ACH, but $5 or $50. Then there is a 1% fee of the amount, and then we exchanged that USD to some USDT Tron, and then we withdrew it for $5, and it went right to my Trust wallet. I set up my Trust wallet right here for Tron, and then I sent it right over to him. So imagine him having his own account, though. That was putting his money in my control, which obviously he trusts me. But when I set him up with an account, he can wire that money to himself, not to anybody else. He wires that money to his own account. He can then swap it back there to the crypto that he wants, Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT, multiple different networks, and send it out or load it on his card. I mean, obviously, he's probably going to want to send it somewhere else, probably to TMX or to use it for some other platform to make some money with it. So this gives you all the control of your own money the whole entire time in which you're doing it. And then we will be here every step of the way to show you guys how that works, showing you with videos on how it works. We'll have our own YouTube channel. We might just have to start another Telegram chat about the banking part too, so it's not integrated with the TMX, so people won't get too I don't know. Maybe we'll figure something out. I have a really good marketing team on this with us that might figure out a way that we don't even use Telegram, because I'm so tired of Telegram people. I mean, besides us, you guys follow me on that one. We'll have a resource center there that it's just us, and nobody else in there. Hey, how is this working out for you? Like, block, delete, you know what I mean? So, yeah, guys, I mean, we got some good things, but yep, the Ultima and Sprites, the fees are crazy. Yes, those fees are crazy on those cards, and that's the only thing they can do, because that's how they make their money, is just you load their card. Oh, load it 24 hours. We'll deduct you, later in 24 hours or before 24 hours. They just get you on those fees because that's the only way they make money. We have the whole banking solution, and there'll be more on that too. So we don't have to charge high percentages on any of those things. So this is pretty cool. But yeah, when Dennis sent that wire, it was like an hour or so. It was probably in there, refreshed it. It was like, wow, it's already there. And then we did that and sent it out. And I was like, this is a game changer. He could send $100,000 and then move it that quick out. He can send $1 million and move it that quick out. And we're half the time we're like, all right, we got to use Cash App. We got to buy $2,000 of Bitcoin because that's all we can send in a 24-hour period. Some people in Canada, like Aiden's got Shake Pay, they allow a lot more, which is crazy, but Cash App does not in the United States. Or then you got to use crypto.com, so, but you'll be wiring it from your account to your own account. That's it. You know what I mean? So we're really excited about it, and there'll be more information to come on that. We're working literally around the clock. I think I'm going to send my family away for another month and have them just go do fun stuff while I just sit here and learn this and get these things ready because we're going to launch that banking solution and we're going to really drive it as a great affiliate program because when we have the same branding on the banking solution, people are going to go, well, what's TMX? Like, well, we actually created this banking solution for our decentralized exchange that you can control your money in that as well. Not only you control your money in your bank account, now you can control it making passive income from trading fees. What? What is it? So already me talking about this system and talking about TMX, people are going, what is it? I send them that minute and that 14-second video. And now I have lined up phone calls with people wondering what the heck TMX token is. So this is going to be a great way in to bringing people into our TMX community to a safe place to make income from actual traders actually trading, not some, we're trading and paying 5% a day to you type of stuff. And we have to hope we got that hopium going on that they're actually doing it. So this is stuff that you'll see and you'll be in control of all the time. So sorry I ranted on about that. Been really excited. So I hope that, gave you guys some insight on what our goals are and our dreams and what we're doing for our community because, I'm tired of myself, and my friends being a part of systems that we don't really have control of. Tired of not being able to buy crypto and tired of not being able to know what to do with crypto once I got it. If like someone doesn't want to send me cash, then what am I going to do with the crypto? So now having a legit source to spend it with and a legit platform to make it with, it's like this can't happen any faster. So, that's what we're doing. So we're working around the clock. So thanks for being here. Thanks for staying up late, Jerry. And thanks for waking up early if you're on the other side of the world too. So I know everybody's all different times. So, but be there tomorrow. Send that minute 14-second video out. Invite them to the giveaways tomorrow. Be on the Zoom. Open your cameras if you want. Show people that we're real people. Comment, like in the chats, and tell everybody where you're from. Just whatever stuff, just to make it exciting. See if we can get 50 plus people on tomorrow, and then we'll go from there. All right, Tim, you
Yeah.
good?
Yeah, the great presentation, Brian, as always. So yeah, guys, like for tomorrow, we'll see you 1 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, Jake, we're gonna do, I think, some live trading. And of course, like Brian said already a few times, don't forget about the giveaway because it's always great. Yeah, so I'm gonna post recording really soon. So thanks, Brian.
Welcome. I'll see you guys tomorrow.